Now my kitchen is uninsulated and sort of cold, but it doesn't matter because the winters down here don't really get that bad. And so I just wear a jumper and a fluffy little hat, and I'm right, sort of thing. I'm warm enough to do what I've got to do in the kitchen. But if I really want to get warm, I go into my heavily insulated bedroom where I've got the wood heater. Now, I have had plenty of times where I get matches and go to start up my propane stove, and I go to strike the match against the side of the box to light it, and the head crumbles, and I think, bad match. So I throw that one in the bin. Get a second match, go again, same thing happens. Chuck that in the bin. Third match, go again, same thing happens. And you're thinking, what is going on? And you may have had this happen yourself, and you may have gone and thrown whole boxes of matches out, as I did the first quite a few times this happened. Well, there's something called hygroscopic, and those match heads are hygroscopic. Now what that means is they absorb water out of the air. So when it's winter, you know, we get some pretty good fogs here at times. I actually walked outside at 10:40 AM and there was still a fog hanging around the other day. Yes, it's been one of the worst fogs I've had in a long time. But, you know, there's moisture in the air. These things absorb that moisture, and when you go to strike them, that's why they crumble, because they're essentially partially wet because they've been absorbing that moisture. And that is technically known as being hygroscopic. So, what do? Well, easy. I've got another box of matches sitting beside my wood heater, which is nice and warm. So, what I do is, in the warm room, you know, a few inches away from my wood heater, don't go sitting them on top of the wood heater. For the love of God, you'll burn the whole box. But a few inches away on the ground to one side, not directly in front of the door, which gets very hot, I have a box of matches sitting there for the wood heater. And what I do is I swap them over, because the ones beside the wood heater would have dried out again. And then I put the ones from the propane stove in the kitchen in their place, and they dry out. And I just play swap back and forwards with them every time, you know, I get one that's a bit soft on it, bang, swap them over again. And that sort of solves the problem. And beforehand I was throwing out whole boxes of matches sort of regular enough. And if you've had the same problem, that's an explanation of what's going on, and that'll save you throwing out so many matches.